very interesting matchup. Macheeete's been playing a lot of Jayun recently tonight, especially against Skeldra there. And then now we got Sarme on the Mordex. They've been liking that scythe tonight. And let's see if they're going to go ahead and stick to it as we go into game number 1.
3, 2.
Well, we're getting ready to find out as we drop in 3, 2, 1 brawl, and we're seeing them go straight in neutral. And that first weapon drop is gonna go to Sarme. Macheeete has that great sword in hand. We see a lot of great sword play out of Macheeete, one of the players over there in EU that does enjoy the weapon. Ooh, Sarah couldn't quite catch that fadeaway off stage, but Sarme clapping right back with that opportunity to get some offensive end of his own.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we're getting into this matchup here with 30 seconds to clock. Right, we got Macheeete, we got Sarme already in the half, like they're half hit on their stocks there, right? So we'll kind of have to see. It's been very even. Both players have been very precise with how they're playing. Fantastic three-piece combo coming out of Sarme as well, knocking Macheeete down to that first stock, the second stock.
Yeah, but you know, Sarme needs to try and get some of that bonus damage on the stock. He is in orange and just one good string. Well, that'll work too. Little two-piece, a back step into that signature, and gonna go ahead and knock that stock off.
Yeah, it's been very interesting. I mean, very even. We've had Sarme come in with the first knockout. Now we've had Macheeete with that knockout as well. And I think realistically, we'll kind of have to see how this plays out with the center control of this platform. I talk about it all the time, just because also Jayun relies a lot on that. Its combos are based off of using the platform map overall, because it has to build that damage up.
Right.
And right now, I mean, Macheeete is using it to their advantage very well, knocking Sarme down
Nice.
into that final stock of theirs. And that's huge for Macheeete.
That's absolutely huge. So is that lead that he has on Sarme right now. Sarme has definitely got to get back on this deficit, and getting starved out and staying unarmed is not going to be the way to do it. He now has that scythe in hand. Macheete's shutting him down with the two-piece off that great sword, continuing to work. Oh no, he's cooking. He found the rhythm. That's one thing about great sword players. Once they get into that rhythm and they've got your movement figured out, they are going to just destroy you like that. Macheeete literally having his way on that weapon. Throwing the little sword out, going back over to great sword. He's looking to shut this out. Caught him again. Sarme is going to have to figure it out, because that is not it. Macheeete taking a very decisive game 1 and going up 1-0 in this set.
Yeah, absolutely going very crazy here. It just came down to Sarme really having a rough time using that scythe. And I think they realized that, and they're like, hey, I like the gauntlets. I've been doing very well with gauntlets as I've been playing in the tournament. And I think now they realize, hey, Cannon's a thing. Cannon's coming in, comes in with that Onyx, a very nice Onyx skin overall, as we go back over to Demon Island for game number 2.
And we're dropping in. Demon Island is the map. Macheeete looking over to get that sword. We're gonna watch him throw this little sword out of the way. He had so much success on that great sword. I don't really see him wanting to use the regular sword. As I say that though, okay, it's gone. I don't think that was intentionally trying to get rid of the weapon, but now he has that great sword in hand. See if he's gonna be able to rack up those monster strings like he was able to last game.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're going to really need. But I mean, Sarme's cannon could do something, but he just throws it away, expecting for it to hit Macheeete. But I think right now they're like, okay, gauntlets might be an option, and maybe a signature here and there. But they have to land them realistically to space him out, right? If he doesn't want to have to deal with the recovery frame punishes from Macheete's greatsword. So, I mean, 50 seconds in, they're both very close in that first stock. Macheeete comes in with that sword side air. Sarme is still alive. Nice dodge coming in. And this is a recovery. Sarme has an option to punish.
And Macheeete must be feeling really comfortable. He tried to set up for that little half a clip stock off of that. Missed it. Didn't really try to punish. He had options to be able to go ahead and get rid of Sarme's stock off stage, and now he's in a little bit of a deficit because of it. Sarme continuing to cook on that cannon, but gravity cancel unarmed signature is going to go ahead and send him up to the sky, and now Macheeete set back up in neutral with that great sword.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, right now it's coming down to overall things kind of changing a little bit in the premise of this game. I mean, I mean, it's not too much of a change compared to the first game. I mean, Sarme and Macheeete were very, very close, but the Macheeete got that center control and built up these combos with that greatsword. So Sarme now coming in with that cannon is making Macheeete jump a lot more, and he's starting to punish him a little bit. But as I said, Macheeete comes in with that 3-piece combo there with the greatsword, and oh, Macheeete with the offense down signature, but does not knock out yet. And Sarme is able to touch that ledge, throw the weapon, and maybe get a knockout option. We'll have to see.
No, Macheeete gonna send him up with the recovery. Gonna go ahead and have Sarme on his final stock. He's gonna go ahead and get the juggle in, opt in for that great sword, and we're seeing the strings continue to begin to come out here. So starving Sarme out of a weapon. Sarme able to get those gauntlets in hand. The recovery not going to be enough to go ahead and take the stock off, as Macheeete is able to come back to ground, rack up a little more damage. That signature was well placed, sent him out to the side. Not going to be enough. Not a lot of offstage pressure coming from either one of these players as he gets that stock off and bringing it all evened up to 1-1. Neither one of these players really eager to go off stage to be able to punish and try and get some of these good stocks off stage. Real easy passage to get back up to the stage so far.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, this is looking a lot better compared to that first game for Sarme. But as I say that, Macheeete launches Sarme into the orange of that final stock of theirs. And I mean, there's another 2-piece into a neutral signature. Sarme's now in the red. He's got to find a way to counter this greatsword. Oh my gosh, the combo coming in. Sarme's unarmed's good though, but it's not enough to deal with Macheete's sword. It's going to be very close.
It's getting very, very dark for Sarme, and that'll do it. Macheeete sending him up to the sky. Gonna go up 2-0 on that Jaehyun. Don't think we're gonna have any. No, Sarme is gonna swap. He's gonna switch over to that Val and take a shot with that. Macheeete gonna stick to that Jaehyun. I mean, it is working so well for him. He's looking so good on that greatsword. Good greatsword player is just so scary. They really are.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of greatsword tonight, and this is no exception as well. And I mean, another thing as well, Sarme was playing sword a lot tonight too. We saw that previously in some of their quarterfinals, semifinal matches. But as I say that, they cannot counter the sword of Macheeete, and now they are in the orange of that first stock. And Macheeete weapon star Sarme gets a 3-piece with that greatsword, gets a aerial attack on the Sarme, and Sarme's already down to that second stock.
It absolutely is. Oh, and Macheeete, I mean, no damage to be had. Looking so good. And he's literally really looking to finish this out right here. 3 and done. And Sarme is just having a really hard time being able to figure out any sort of answer to be able to combat this greatsword from Macheeete.
Yeah, he's having a really, really rough time with it currently. And I mean, he's going to have to find something here against that greatsword, and his gauntlets are not working, swords coming in, but you're also countering sword with another sword and a very big sword as well. So I mean, the range from Macheeete definitely out prioritizes Sarme, and we're seeing that Sarme just cannot touch the ground at all. Is going to have to signature Macheeete, but Macheete's bouncing back really well. Signature lands, and Sarme's down to that final stock. This is winners finals.
Yeah, this is winner finals, and Macheeete is literally having his way right now. So clean. I don't think Sarme's Val is going to be enough to get this reverse 3 stock plus 2 more games. Macheeete is right now solidifying his spot in grand finals, although Sarme, nice grab to cancel D-Light, being able to wrap up a little bit of damage there. Macheeete, though, on the prowl again with that great sword fadeaway Sarah. Oh my goodness, just absolutely bopping his head off stage right now. Sarme, though, able to get feet back on ground, line back up. Another 3-piece coming off from Macheeete. Gonna be able to finish up there with a pogo. Can't do it. Sarme, though, with the recovery. Nice little shrug to say, hey man, you ain't gonna 3-stock me. But let's see what you got here. Back on gauntlets, Macheeete looking for that weapon drop, and he has it back on small sword.
Yeah, and while Sarme was taunting a little bit, saying, hey, you're not going to get 3-stock me, he might get 2-stocked here. We'll have to kind of see what happens. It depends on how Macheeete does his follow-ups, and that neutral light comes in. Sarme says, I'm not going to try to come back. It's too much for me. I can't deal with the range of that greatsword off that ledge. And Macheeete takes that game and goes into grand finals 3-0 with a Jaehyun. This is the first time I've seen a Jaehyun in winners for grand finals in a very, very long time there, so.
Man, I'm gonna be real. You know, I don't want to take anything away from Sarme, but Macheeete dog walked him up and down that stage every single game. That was an absolute blowout in winners finals. We talked about how everything's been so close between every set in top 8 so far, and that was brutal.
Yeah,
Macheeete is definitely going to be sitting in grand finals, and anybody who has to go back up there to fight him, I'm sure, is going to be at least a little bit scared after seeing that beatdown. But, you know, maybe Sarme will get back up there and have his revenge. I have no idea, but that was crazy.
Yeah, and with that being said, we have Macheeete going into grands, guaranteed top 2, and we have Sarme going into that losers final as well. Well, who's Sarme going to be really facing? We're going to go ahead and find that out right now. We got Skeldra versus Akno up on stream, and this is Steve 34 versus Steve 5. So Skeldra has been, I mean, they went against Macheeete, went 3-2. By the way, Macheeete destroyed Sarme in the winners final overall. So if that's the same thing,
rough,
I mean, am I wrong?
No, that was,
No.
man.
I mean, it was just the genuine control on that platform.
It was.
I mean, they went back to that Demon Island at the same time. So, I mean, I think with that overall control of that map, just he had the lead. But I